Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new episode. And today we'll go over um, an impossible scenario. What if Ivan and Iraq united? Now, this is just going to go based on statistics and landmass. It's not gonna and basically borders. So the first victim of this ginormous nation is going to be Kuwait, and they march through Kuwait very easily, taking about a couple months. Saudi Arabia is threatened by this and tries to negotiate, but sorry, but they are not having it. So they conquer that giant piece of land. Saudi, being Saudi, probably will gives up because this enemy is very, very huge and probably will launch nukes against them. Now, this isn't about any controversy. It is all about make it just entertainment purposes. They fully conquer all of Saudi, leaving them with a pretty good empire. Until they have their eyes set on Pakistan. They take over loads of lands in Pakistan, and they basically become an empire. Now, the world's reaction to this is like, we don't know if they are a threat or not. So they're just going to be neutral at this point until the big country declares war on Turkey. Now, it takes a few minutes for them to march through Turkey, but no, they successfully conquer that, and then they head into Syria. Now, it takes a couple minutes, or not minutes, sorry, a full couple months to take over Syria and this part of or the eastern Turkey and they fully take over this part. They fully take over Syria and then parts of Lebanon, and their invasion goes good until they hit Israel. Now they invade parts of Jordan, but I'm pretty sure that's Jordan. I don't know, and they don't want to get into the conflict between Israel and, so they're gonna encircle this piece of Turkey. Turkey brings up some and then they march through Cyprus, taking half of the island and then not leaving anything independent. And Turkey brings up negotiations, and the big nation does not like these negotiations, so they're gonna advance even faster into Turkey, and so encircling more pieces of land that will make them a huger empire. Turkey is on the brink of collapse until the capital is soon taken over. Now they are fully taken over. Sorry, this takes a little bit. At the peace conference, the new nation demands all of Turkey, and Turkey, being Turkey, surrenders. And this isn't to make controversy, it's just a what if. Afghanistan is their next victim, but they have their eyes set on some goals, not all of Afghanistan, but some. As you can see, they have turned into probably the Persian Empire, and that's their goal that they revealed. Turn into the Persian Empire, so they take over the Sinai Peninsula and go into more of Israel until fully circling where the conflict is, and they fully take over Syria and take care parts of or Jordan, and then fully taking over Israel or Palestine and Israel, and they decide to go more downwards, and they basically conquer all of this bit. Egypt is given is given basically independence, but really it's just a puppet state. So let me that would fit this. So as we can see, we have the first puppet state in my whole channel, basically, because I've never done a puppet state before. Sorry about that. I used to get annoyed about puppet states, but now I like them. They are pretty fascinating. So with this empire, the goals of the goals of sorry about this. So now, after becoming a very huge empire, well, they invade that part of Sudan. Oh my God! Now they have their eyes set on India, and as they march in India, conflicts rise between every nation until America finally snaps and decides, alright, we have to stop this. So we are making a pact between countries who think it's wrong for them to expand. And as you can see, every state decides, you know what, okay, they have a little too much power. And the whole United States decides, okay, you cannot expand anymore until we say that it's good to expand. Let me just make it easier or shorter for you guys. So the United States decides, okay, you cannot expand until we say so. And being mad over this, the new nation decides, okay, listen, we want all of this, and we can wait until that you give us the word to expand even more. And America says, so you get all of the Arabian Peninsula, but you have to give us oil, like always. And the new nation agrees, surprisingly. They're not mad. So they decide that they get all of the Arabian Peninsula until a short little bit. Now, the puppet state, it never says that the puppet state may expand. So the puppet state will expand even more. Now, America is like feeling backstabbed, but this was not in the rules. So they can just let the puppet state expand until they get to a stop. Because America says to, or else. And then America says, alright, you can expand even further. And taken by these new rules, they were never told to expand their army. So after the negotiation to let the new nation expand, they do. They expand more into India. This causes trade routes too, probably. not cease to exist anymore. So they encircle all of India. Would you say India is a peninsula? I say it would. And so, what was that name? Not white. So they negotiate with Sri Lanka and they get this peace. And Sri Lanka is still independent not until, but now the Iran nation has eyes set on Somalia. They take Somalia by force and conquering basically all of it. And they take a large portion of Ethiopia. Now, you might think, this is a very big empire, Finn. Do you think there will be an independence? And I'd say no. This is a what if. It's all based on this one country. Not all of them, just based on one. So, sorry. Now, they're gonna take more of Azerbaijan. I'm sorry. I have trouble saying that nation's name. And they take pieces and basically the whole border of Armenia and Azerbaijan. And this is actually supported by every country because this will not spark any tension until Russia decides, you know what, we don't like the Americans because of old conflicts, so we will give you this land. And this is basically an agreement. And the new nation is like, hey, thanks, man. And they decide to encircle all of this land for itself. And the whole UN is like, okay. Or EU is like, okay, we can't have this let this happen to us. So they decide to set up a pact. And oh wait, I think that's possible. And no. Bad decision. And the EU decides, okay, it's enough expanding for you. We will take you by force if you I don't know whether or not some nations aren't in EU. I don't know though. So please forgive me if they are and aren't. This is a what if. So some nations might be colored that are not in EU, but I do not know. So as you can see, EU is like, sorry. And EU is like, okay, so we do not want you to expand into Europe. And after some very harsh agreements, or very, very long agreements, this part of EU decides, okay, we will not let you expand further, but we will let you have some gifts. The others are like, hey, you can expand. Or not. And then these are like, no, you cannot expand into Europe. And so, wrong thing. And Libya is going to be a victim now. And Crete is actually decided to declare independence and join the nation. Greece is like, okay, we can't let this happen. So, but more nations break away and join this new, I would basically say Islam empire. And after some agreements, the whole nation is overtaken by it. the world's reaction is like, uh-oh, this is actually a big mistake, because this could like lead to the whole world being influenced by this new nation. And the puppet state decides to give that land to the the new Islam nation. And sorry, and they buy this land from them, but they don't really buy. So they expand furthermore into Africa, claiming more and more coast, until Europe and America gets tired of it and says, okay, you cannot expand furthermore. And this is like makes the new nation mad, but they have to agree or else they'll be attacked. And China, being China, says, okay, you know what, you can conquer Nepal, we'll let you. And with being told that, they conquer Bangladesh and Nepal. Now, they have basically conquered all of this land. And America is like, okay, the China and Russia support this nation, so we'll call out of it. So they say, alright, we'll just let you be. We're gonna drop out of it. Oh, sorry, let me just. And they fully agreed to stop. The rest of the EU, though, they're like, fine, you can do your own thing, we don't really care. But they'll still be colored blue, just in case. Now, Iran and Iraq are gonna take this information, and they're gonna spread it. They're gonna, take over more and more coasts of Africa. The Mediterranean is basically being taken by them. The world is like, we don't like this, but, well, Europe is like, we don't like this. The rest of Europe is like, okay, I don't really care. You can do whatever you want. I don't care, and you don't care. So, as you can see, this, the Islam nation is like pretty big. China, and this would probably not happen, but it's just a what if. Now, I'm pretty sure I should do smaller videos from now on. And it's being a pretty what if to you guys. I don't want to cause drama when I make these videos. I just want to make peaceful videos, like just fake scenarios. This is the end of the video. Before I go, this channel is not about drama. My friends, we are just here to spread some content, not hate. Before I go, they just have some beef with Myanmar. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. So they'll just take this piece of land. Now, this is basically way bigger than the regular Persian Empire. Now, this would probably never happen. But me and the owners of this channel want to say, we just don't want to cause drama. We just want to have some fun scenarios with y'all. We don't need drama at all. We just want to have a happy, or just spread our channel. We don't mean any drama. We don't mean any hate. We only have our eyes set on basically making more mappers for the future, because that is what is a good thing. I'd like to say goodbye to y'all. It's been been fun creating this video. When it will probably never happen. So,